Okay, so I think we're ready. Come to seated position. Close the eyes and bring the attention within. Before creation, what existed? God was always there in the midst of it all, and will still be there even beyond the end of this universe. Attune your mind to the supreme divine essence that is within and all around. Begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. Ooh. Fix your mind on God alone. Ooh. Rest your thoughts in God alone. Ooh. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. To make this practice even better than meditation and more meaningful and more powerful, renounce all the fruits. Dedicate them to something higher, greater than just the satisfaction of your own needs and desires. Do it simply because it must be done for all beings. So now let's do the mantra for purification, to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you don't know it, just pretend you're chanting through the voice of the guru, and you derive all the benefits as though you're chanting it perfectly. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabhaya Vihantrahasji. Now let's begin. As always, try to see God in all the forms. Let's come to standing. Well, we're going to start with some warm-up exercises. Stand your feet about 10 inches apart, and we'll begin by just twisting from side to side, throwing the arms against the body, doing this with heavy ropes. I see all around you. And then bring the hands onto the hips. Circle the head, making large circles with the ears touching the shoulders, the chin to the chest, the back of the head to the top of the back. If you prefer to just do semicircles, just take one ear to the, take the ear to one shoulder, across the chest to the other. And then switch the direction of rotation. So if you did semicircles, you can now go from one ear and behind, the back of the head touching the top of the back. And now, the right hand up, left hand down, try to circle the arms in opposite directions. Don't think too much about it. Now left hand up, right hand down, and change directions. That's it. Right, and now bring your arms up over the head. Take hold the opposite elbows and bend to the left, bounce a few times, try to get a little bit deeper to stretch with each bounce. Then go to the other side. As you bend, try not to make folds in the waist and the underside of the body. Go to the left again. And then go to the right. Try not to hunch forward. And then come back to the center. little circles over the head. Move little circles to start with head, neck, and shoulders mostly just moving. But then gradually the circles get larger. The chest and upper back start to come into the movement, starting to feel it in the waist. And then eventually, if you feel comfortable, perhaps a whole torso can swing. Hinge at the hips, allow forms come right across the tops of the feet. Make like a windmill spinning. Now come back to the top and then circle in the opposite direction. Head, neck, and shoulders to start. Little circles over the head. And then gradually the circles get bigger and bigger. All creation's experiences through your body. And now big circles as possible. Trace large circles on the body. So deliver the experience that would bring the best benefits to all beings. And then come back up to the top and then release. Shake out the fingers, move the hands very, very rapidly. Feel all the wrist joints and the finger joints being shaken. And then up and down like the wings of a hummingbird, very, very fast. You can't even see the move. They're like a blur. Good. And now bring your arms out to the sides. Swing the right leg back and forth. If you like, you can bring the left hand on a wall or a chair. Try to get the knee to the shoulder, the toes. Try to touch the back of the head. If it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Just imagine. And then the other leg. Left leg goes back and forth. Feels a little like a pendulum swinging out of control. And then release. So the feet back down, firmly planted, hands by the sides of the body. 6 counts to come up. Inhale, 2, 3. Lift up off the heels, come up higher, palms turn up as well. 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Slowly lower the heels. 2, 3. Inhale, bring your arms up, pretend you're the witness, watching the body moving all by itself. Come all the way up, off the heels. Charge legs and the core. Exhale, 2, 3. And down, 2, 3. Keep pressing firmly into the roots of your toes. Inhale, 2, 3. Rise up tall. 2, 3. Get tall as possible. Legs in the trunk. Exhale, 2, 3. And down, 2, 3. One more time. Gracefully. 2, 3. And rise up. 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. And down, 2, 3. Allow the chin to come back down onto the chest in a gesture of humility. Stay in this humble mindset throughout the practice. Renounce all the fruits as always. Do the practice because it must be done. Now come to the front of the mat. Hands to the heart center. Surya Namaskara. Imagine we're all together physically moving like a school of fish. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back. Pull the body down, bend your knees if you need to bring your hands on the ground. Then the right foot goes back, lower down a knee, drop down to the seat. The next is high plank. Lower the knees down and the seat comes all the way back behind the heels. Glide forward between the arms, press your nose ground to come forward. And then bring the chest up and head back over the seats. Again, 2 times more. Take the seats back. Glide forward. Tug at the floor like you're trying to pull the floor towards the body. This will propel the body forward with more power and ease. One more time. Take the seats back. Glide like a snake creeping through the grass. And then uncoil majestically like the cobra. Imagine on the boundless range of motion. And then back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Lift the seat, allow the heart to fall towards the ground, the head as well. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands, drop down to the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Come all the way up to standing, raise your arms over the head. Come back on, hands to the heart. Good, go the arms up, back, over the head again. Don't worry about the breath, just move the body, the breath will follow and deliver more power and ease and grace to the movements. Left foot back, lower down the knee, into the high plank. Lower the knees and the seat goes again, back behind heels. Come forward. Glide. Remember, blessed are those who can imitate the form physically. Put yourself in the body of a snake. Come all the way back. Glide forward. Twice blessed are those who can imitate the teacher, in this case the serpents. Mentally be regal and wise of the serpents. And once again, all the way back. Glide forward. 3 times blessed and beyond are those who can imitate the form physically, mentally, and spiritually. Tap into all the divine qualities of every form. And then into Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat, allow the head to come down again, the seat comes up. Left foot steps to the hands. Always movements gracefully done and quietly done. Uttanasana, try to get your seat over the heels and you're flexible, your legs are perfectly straight, your body glued against the front of your legs. Come all the way up to standing, raise your arms over the head, come back home. Wherever you are in the practice is perfect and you're just trying your best. Raise your arms up, arch back, fold the body down in half. Chest on the thighs, head close to your feet, the right foot back. Under the asana, push your seat all the way forward towards your front heel. And then come into the high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Chest comes between your hands. And here, if you can, swing right into upward facing dog. Lift the knees and hips away from the ground. Look like a dog howling at the moon here. Stay for a moment. Keep bend the toes under. Pulse a little bit. Try to get your shoulders back, the nose up. Visualize a dog howling at the moon and realize that vision with your body. Now, back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat. Head comes down. Try to keep your arms from bending, but soften the line in the back. Look like a dog stretching its back and embody the loyalty of the dog to its master. Good, work the shoulders. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. Onto the asana again, look up. All poses reflect devotion and love and surrender. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing, arms over the head. And come back home. We're always coming back to the source of divine love. Raise your arms up again, reach up and back. Hold the body down. Uttanasana. And then the left foot goes back. Into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down, keep the arms close to the body. And then swing right into upward facing dog. If you can, if it's too much, stay in cobra. Hips and knees up off the ground. Again, you have to just keep visualizing yourself in the practice, trying to attain. With constant practice, you will arrive at some point. Good. Now back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep working your downward facing dog, the foundation for many postures, especially back bends. Good. And then from here, the left foot steps forward to the hands softly. Move the shoulders forward so the foot lands lightly. And feet together, Uttanasana. Bow down as though in humbleness. Come right up to standing, arms over the head. And come back home. Good, let's add on. Raise your arms up. Stretch the whole front of the body as you come down. Bend your knees, land your belly on your thighs. And join your hands behind your back and pull them right up over the head if you can. If you can, again. So you can keep your belly against the thighs and see if you can straighten your legs a little bit more. Now the right foot goes back. Lower down the knee, drop down to the seat without touching your fingers to the ground if you can. Swing arms all the way up. Hold your hands together, rock your shoulders back and forth. Kapiyasana, push your seat all the way forward, lift the heart. Every expression, every movement, an expression of divine love. Then now release from the pose, bring your hands down, step back into high plank. You can do the knees, chest, forehead to the ground again, or if you feel stronger, take your seat back and without dropping your legs to the ground, pull the elbows into the sides, body pushing with your toe, right into upward facing dog. No legs on the ground through the transition. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the right leg comes up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the foot between the hands. Again, move your shoulders over the fingertips so the foot lands ever so softly. Back knee down. Sink down to the seat. Kapiyasana again. Raise your arms up. Take the hands all the way back behind the head. Try to connect the movement seamlessly like you're doing a divine dance devotion. Now from here, come forward, belly on your thighs, swing your hands behind the back. Hold your breath, and the left foot comes in softly beside the other one. Uttanasana. Push your body into your legs, shoulders beside the knees. Forehead maybe right to the shins if your legs are straight. Come right up to standing. Hasta Uttanasana, standing salute. And then come back on, hands to the heart. Raise your arms again. Fold the body down. Keep in the mindset of offering. Belly on your thighs, hands up over your shoulders, the forehead down, close to the shins, maybe on the shins. The head bowed down in lowliness. And now the left foot goes back. Lower down the knee. Swing your hands right up into Kapiyasana. Reach all the way up and back. Arch back, lean away from the leg. Beautiful, that's it. When you practice the intention of offering, the postures become even more magnificent and meaningful. Now break the pose. Bring the hands back down. Step back into high plank. Your entry of your choice into upward facing dog or cobra. Move according to your abilities and your condition, your experience. Into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. We will have the chance to experience everything, left leg up and back. So don't worry when you get to this in this lifetime, you'll just continue the next one. Left foot comes forward between your hands, drop down to the seat, Kapiyasana again. Arms up. Lean away from the leg. Good. Try not to make folds in the lower back or the back of the neck. Now break the pose, belly on your sides, swing your hands behind the back. Push into your left foot, and then bring the right foot beside it. Uttanasana. Then come all the way to standing, raise your arms over the head. Keep being a witness, watching body moving with grace, with ease, with power. Hands back to the heart. And let's do that same variation again. This time no stopping. Flow from one pose to the next like a shapeshifter, moving between the forms effortlessly. Belly on your thighs. Join your hands over the back and pull them right up. And then the right foot goes back. Back knee down, right into Kapiyasana. Reach all the way up and back. Stretch. Fingertips maybe eventually over the toes. And come right back down. Into the plank. And then right through into Cobra or upward facing dog. Pushing through your toes. Push the elbows into the sides of the body to facilitate the movements. Back into Adho Mukha Sivanasana. Lift the seat, the head comes down, and then immediately the right leg comes up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Sivanasana. Step the foot between the hands. Shoulders again over the fingertips, foot lands softly. Feet down, Kapiyasana, arms up, right up and back. And then come forward, belly on your thighs. Swing your hands behind the back, join them together, and then as the feet come together, the hands come right over top of the shoulders. Come right up to standing, arch back. Then come back home. Beautiful. And up again, raise your arms, keep offering up your efforts to all beings. Bend your knees, your belly on your thighs, your hands come all the way up over your, in the straight line, over your feet. Left leg goes back. Back knee down, Kapiyasana. Arms all the way up. And then come back down. Lose yourself in the sensations. High plank, and then right back. Make your way into upward facing dog. Transition between the forms gracefully, like you're moving in a dream, always fluidly, always softly. Left leg up and back, and step the foot between the hands. Right back into Ajjayasana, and then into Kapiyasana over here. Pull your arms all the way up behind your head. Maybe the arms go behind the ears. Pull the shoulders down. And from here, sink your way into front leg, swing your hands behind the back, and join the feet back together. Uttanasana. Bow down again, its own humbleness. Every movement has its own consciousness. Tap into it. Come all the way up, arch back, open yourself up to divine grace, and then come back home. That's the heart. Take pause here for a moment. From the heart, inhale the left and heart up to the ground. Hold the breath, imagine the love that you put up there is going out to all beings now. Exhale back down to the heart. Keep sharing the love, keep sharing the benefits with all beings, keep sharing the lights and release. So now let's come into some balanced poses. Let's start off at the back of the mat. Take your hands behind the back, interlace them, Open up the palms. If it's too much, you can always take your arms out to the side if having trouble balancing. Take the left foot forward, come forward, belly on your thighs, and then pick up the right leg. Come into balancing T to start. The head, the toes, the hips in the same line like the letter T. If you want to go further, bend your left knee, bring about your body down a little bit, your head close about the height of the knee. See if you can get the right leg up higher. Point the toes, top leg tree, fall towards the toes a little bit. Arch the back by bringing your chest forward, your shoulders back. Now release the hands, but bring the left hand down. Keep your right leg up if you can. Open up to the right, Adho Tandasana. That's it. Bit by bit, move into the pose. And then bring the right hand back down. Turn to the other side now. So if your leg was high, you can come up, bring it down a little bit to about the height in the hip. You can keep your left hand on your seat for the time being as you turn your body to your left. Revolve Adho Tandasana. If you can bring the left arm up. Still a straight line from the head all the way to the toes. Imagine trying to push into the wall behind you with your right foot. Now break the pose, the left hand comes back down, the right foot comes beside the left. And then tuck the chin in and roll your way up. Keep on imagining your body moving with grace all throughout the sequence. Now let's come on the other side. The right foot steps forward, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then come forward. Bend your right knee, lift your left leg. And then straighten out the right leg as you're coming into the pose. Make your body flat like you're lying on the table. Bend your right knee, see if you can get your body down lower, the belly is on the side, the head above the height of the knee. Raise the left leg up high, try to get your head foot higher than the head. And if you can arch your back a little bit, curve your back. Visualize in your mind and see if your body can realize that vision with no attachment to the result, no expectation. Now release the hands, the right hand comes down. Make sure it's not too close to at least 14 or 16 inches. Stay on the fingertips and then open up to your left. Adho Tandasana. Remember, wherever you are is perfect if you're offering up the poses. Don't worry about the results, just do your best. That's it. Nice. Now bring the left hand back down and then roll the left hip down. The left leg can come down a little bit above the height of the hip. Right hand starts on the seat as you turn your body, your chest to the right. And if you can bring the right arm up. Be mindful of your shoulders, your joints. Break the pose. Bring the right hand back down and left foot comes beside the right. Again, roll your way up. Now charge the body, turn the palms forward, close the eyes, inhale into the spine, above the bust, right to the skin, and bring it all the way up to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout your being, send out to all beings everywhere. Continue to share as always. Good, so now let's try another one. Ballet pose, standing on your left foot, take the right foot by the heel, and then bring the leg out to the side. Trying to get the toes and fingers in the same line. Feel free to stand against the wall or bring your left hand on the wall if you need to. More flexible, bring the foot up higher. Lean to the right a little bit. Good. Now, hold your breath. We're going to let go of the foot. Try not to allow the foot to drop. So hold your breath, engage leg muscles, and see if you can let go of the foot. Nice. Now from here, bring it in front. Take hold of the knee and pull the knee right in towards your chest. If you feel comfortable, you can lean back a little bit. If you want to go further, you can extend your leg out. You can bring your hands to the heart. And then eventually arms up to the side. Challenging pose requires angry determination. Break the pose, press into your right, left foot and come back. Good stuff. All right, let's try it again. Wherever you're going, whatever happens, just dance with it. Be unaffected by the gunas. These forces are always shifting you from state to state. Take your left hand to the heel from the inside and push the foot out towards the left. Good. Again, modify as you need to. Make the pose accessible, but still try to go to the edge of your potential. Embody the grace and the poise of the dancer. Now hold the breath if you feel comfortable, do so. Keep charging your leg, let go of the foot without dropping your foot if you can. And now bring the knee right in towards your chest. Take hold of the shin. And you have to turn the right toes down a little bit more. Bend the right knee as you lean back, pushing the belly against the thigh, lifting the chest as you try to get your chest and the knee at the same line. And you can stay here, or you can start to extend the leg. You have to look past your toes. Bring your hands to the heart, lean back if you feel comfortable, and arms out to this side. So I didn't see that one very well. Stay in the same mindset, undisturbed, unjudging, unbothered, whatever happens. And then break the pulse. Good. All right. That probably woke us up a little bit for a morning. So now we're standing in the middle of the mat, standing facing along the edge of the mat. Your fingers on the same line as the elbows. Jump or walk your feet apart. And then we're going to go to the left. Turn your left foot forward and lead up with Virabhadrasana. Sink into that front hip. If you can bend your knee a little bit more. Try to get your knee over the toes. Be fierce and strong like the warrior. Always ready to render service. Now from here, bring the left hand down on the inside of the foot, the right arm goes up. If this is too much, you're starting to hunch forward, you can come up high. You can bring the left forearm on the thigh. Keep a straight line from the foot all the way to the hand above your head. Pull the right shoulder back. That's it. Good. If you know other variations, you can take a half bind if you like. The right hand can come behind the back and roll the thigh outwards, or you can take a full bind if you know that one. You can take the left shoulder down, just below on the knee, left arm goes underneath the leg, right arm goes behind the back. You can even do this with the right knee down. So wherever you are, again, just go to where you find the steadiness, but keep on trying to exercise your full potential. And keep on redefining that edge every time you practice. Now break the pose. Look forward and then move the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Slide back and forth. Try to get your hips to sync with each pass. Going to lizard now. Push back one more time to the right foot. Lower the knee down. If your hips are low enough, fall onto your left forearm, your left hip, and then roll back to your left. So you're trying to get your hips to anchor down. One hip heart anchored down, the rest of the body will follow. The more you lengthen, the more the body approaches the ground. Imagine your hips are made of lead. Your back eventually lower than the knee. Fix your gaze with the lizard doesn't blink. Try to imitate the form again and always. And be still like a lizard. When the body's still, the mind has more of a chance to come into quietness. Now I'm going to come back onto the hands. Keep your hips where they are, nice and low towards the front. Heel Kapyasana again, pull your arms back, lift the hearts, arch the back, rock your shoulders back and forth. Try to get a little bit more open in the shoulders, open up your chest. Good, beautiful. You don't go as far as your imagination to cultivate a boundless imagination. Now break the pose, come back, and push into your left knee and bring your left foot back a little bit closer so that your legs are like a box. Bend the toes under the back foot, Pali Vita Paschakanasana, the right arm up, and then go to your left. You can push the knee and the foot out of the way with your left hand, anchor the toe and knee in the same line. Left hand push into your right, and then try to get to center of the chest behind your thumbs, the belly high in the thigh, and then continue to spin. Eventually face and chest turned all the way up, Again, if you know other variations, you can go ahead. If you know how to take a bind, go ahead. The right arm goes underneath the leg, left arm goes over the back. If you want to take your back knee up off the ground, you can do this as well, with or without the bind. Keep moving with control. That's it. Beautiful. Now break the pose. Bring hands back down, come back up. Standing. And we're going to go to the right now. So turn the right foot forward. Virabhadrasana. Strong and mighty like the warrior, always ready to render service. But now, Ashikanasana. Either the right arm on the leg, left arm over the head, or the right hand on the ground, right on the in front of the foot. Push the left shoulder back, and here, if you want to try any binds, you may go ahead. Left hand behind the back. You can just bring it on your thigh or the thigh outwards, or take a full bind. Now break the pose, bring the hands back down on the ground, look forward, scooch the right foot out a little bit more to the right, and then just push back and forth up off the foot and back. Try to get your hips to sink. Imagine your hips are attracted to the ground by a large magnet. And push one more time to the back heel, lower the knee if your hips are low enough. Fall to your left, and then roll back to the right. Both sides of your hips are equally close to the ground. And you keep on pulling the floor towards you with your arms and you bring your chest forward. If you're on your hands, it's still perfect. Just imagine you're doing a cobra. Keep your hips as hanging down towards the ground, sinking towards the ground. The rest of the body will eventually follow. Be like a lizard, just sun yourself on the warm earth. And any chance you get, go within, merge with the form. And then you find the divine essence within each form as well. Come back onto the hands, Kapiyasana. Keep your hips where they are, very close to front heel. Hands over the head, rock your shoulders back, Kapiyasana. Lean away from the front leg. When your hips are low to the ground, close to front heel, you have better balance too. Pose. Return, bring hands on the front knee, push your way back up, and bring the right foot in a little bit. Bend the toes under the back foot, legs should be like a box. And then the left arm goes up, go to the right. Dive down with the left arm, try to get your shoulder against the knee. The hands in Anjali Mudra, and push the right hand to your left, belly comes high in the thighs, and then the chest comes behind yourself, roll the right shoulder back. And then if you know other variations, if you want to take your back knee up off the ground, go ahead. If you want to take a bind, then let's go for it. If you have the knee up, keep pressing to the back heel so you don't lose your balance. Stay strong. Now break the pose. Bring the hands back down on the ground on either side of the right foot and step the right foot back. This slide your left. Plank. Vasisthasana. Turning to your right. Bring the left hand a little bit more to the right in front of the nose. If you're starting to sag through the hips and the shoulders, dropping into the shoulder, just bring the left knee down on the ground, just below the hip. If you feel comfortable to do so, you can even raise your right leg up. Keep your hips high so that you get more steadiness and strength. When you come back to high plank, go on the other hand now. Move the right hand in front of the nose to the left, and go to the other side. That's it. All movements done gracefully. Again, take your modifications or variations if you like. Raise your back leg up. Good. Beautiful. And bring it back down into high plank. From here, lift your heels from your knees, jump to the hands, or walk to your hands, all good too. And then from here, we're going to bend the knee, try to get your arms between your legs, your squatting pose. Your hands, wrists in line to your elbows. From here, Kakasana. Plant your hands down, keep pushing the backs of your arms against the inside of the legs, your knees are right against the shoulders. Lift your heels, try to get your shoulders over the fingertips, straight arms. Push firmly into the ground, and then see if you can bend your toes back so your toes come up off the ground. If you feel uncomfortable, do that, keep your toes on the ground, but bring more weight onto your arms. Now, if you want to keep going, you can tuck your chin in and bring your forehead to the ground. Completely not important if you don't do it. But if you want to do it, go ahead into teddy bear. And if you feel comfortable still here, you can come right up into headstands. Your legs can come up or keep them split. But if you want to come into a headstand another way or a teddy bear, that's okay too. If you'd rather just bring your forehead from your knees and keep your feet on the ground and lift your seat up in hair pose, this is good too. Just try to get to pose where your heart is higher than the head. Beautiful, everybody. Flex your feet. That's it. And then once you find the steadiness, close your eyes. If you feel comfortable, leave the body by itself. Keep your legs active. Press to the base of the toes. Nice. With control, come out of the pose. Take your time. No big crash landings. Land softly. Forehead on the ground. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Relax. Then roll your way up. Bring your feet in front and scooch all the way to the front of the back. Going to plow pose from here. So go back, bring your legs up. As your legs come up, bring your hands to the back and bring your feet behind your head. Now you can stay here. This is where you're at in baby plow pose and keep your knees bent. If you feel like you can go to shoulder stand, you can do this as well. Bring your hands behind the back, all the way back, so you can't see them behind your back. Do it from in front. And then bring your hands to your back, one leg at a time. Come up, try to get your toes right in line with your chin. If you feel again more comfortable staying plow, perfect. Once you arrive in your pose, close the eyes, bring the attention to the space between your eyebrows. Fix your mind on a center of the forebrow, the seated divine perception. They said that when you have 100% of your devotion and attention there, you will eventually trigger divine bliss. Keep on trying. Not for a bit. Energy to rise up, don't you have to be in adherence to the ethical rules. So keep in adherence to ahimsa, with loving kindness towards all. Now from here, come back to plow pose with control. Your feet don't touch down, keep your hands on the back. The mind stays in the same temperament no matter what the body's doing. Now we're going to get ready to come into fish pose. To come out, hand behind the back, the palms on the ground behind your back. And as your legs come down, your hands come closer together. Actually, the thumb tips touching, the index fingers touching. And then once your seat lands on your wrist, keep lowering your legs, but stop when you're about halfway down. The legs are about halfway, 45 degrees.
And then from here, push into your arms, lift it back up off the ground. So it looks like a V shape here now. Push your chest up, allow the top of the head to go down. If it's too much, keep your legs up there, bring your legs all the way down to the ground. Fish pose, breathe very fast and nose like a sniffing dog. Now bring your feet close to your seats on the ground. Take your hands out from underneath. Urdhva Dhanurasana. If it's too much, you can do bridge pose. But if you're doing Urdhva Dhanurasana, your fingertips on either side of the head, just in front of the head. Lift your seat and move your head a little bit closer in towards the feet. Turn your hands around, fingers facing towards the feet now. Fingers spread, and if you feel up to do so, lift your head up off the ground. Again, bridge pose is an option if it's too much. That's it, beautiful, everybody. Lift your hips, lift your heels up off the ground. Nice. And then lower back down softly. Once you're on the ground, breathe in. Exhale, imagine you're fainting. Now pull the knees up towards your shoulders, hold on to your shins, your legs are separated, and just gently rock from side to side over the spine. And then take happy baby pose from here. Take the feet from the inside, your hands over the soles of feet. And again, you can rock from side to side. You can push one knee down at a time as you straighten the other leg, like you're on a stairmaster, pushing the knees towards the ground underneath your arms. And then eventually pushing both knees down beside your body. Your shins are vertical. Now from here, open up the legs. Extend your legs fully. Maybe the toes come on either side of the shoulders. If it's too, if you can't straighten your legs, bring your hands a little bit closer in on the backs of the lower legs or on the thighs even. Be careful with your practice. Remember that what you're offering up, try not to go to a place of pain or suffering or anxiety. This is not what you want to offer to others. Now bring the feet back together, the thighs on the belly, and just slide your hands up the backs of the legs so the fingers are close to your heels, and pull your legs towards you like you're doing a Paschimottanasana, forward stretch, except you're on your back. Try not to lift your seat from the ground. Take your attention to where you want to find the release. That's where the prana will go. Now bend your legs, bring them back sort of like a reverse table shape, your knees in line with your hips. Cross your left leg over the right. If you can hook the foot, the left foot on the back of the right leg, eagle legs, and then bring the feet and the knees down towards the right. Left arm stretches out. Doesn't matter if you can't hook the foot, just cross your left leg over the right and just bring both knees over to the right. Make sure that you're not that your left shoulder's not popping away from the ground. Keep the back of the shoulder down. Stretch the arm. Move the knees closer to the right elbow if you want to feel a little bit more extension through the lower back area. Come back to the middle. Change your legs around. Your right leg goes over top this time. And then if you can hook the foot in the back of the left leg, no matter if that doesn't happen. And then bring these all the way over to the left. Keep extending the right arm out so that the right back shoulder stays anchored down. Push the left into your knees, to guide them down to the ground. Stretch the back. Back to the center, Shavasana. So allow the legs to extend, the feet falling away from one another. Bring your hands about halfway to your body, still beyond the edge of the mat, the palms facing up. Shavasana. Let's surrender all efforts. Imagine you went unconscious. Make yourself receptive to receiving everything now. The best coming in. Become in fuller force as a result of offering up the practice, offering up the efforts. Good actions and deeds attract good karma, good outcomes for you. All the benefits that are coming in, direct them right to the spiritual heart, the residing place of God. And as God is equally present in all beings receive what you offer to God as well. Say to yourself the following sentence 3 times, ingrain it firmly in your mind and heart. Come back to it every day to see its constant realization. I see God in all beings. Repeat that to yourself 3 times mentally. When you have that mindset, when you interact with others, it becomes unthinkable, unimaginable to want to treat them with anything other than respect and unconditional love, passion. So now, let's return to the day-to-day lives and prepare to execute this in our day-to-day lives. Prepare to sit now. Coming back to seat position, softly, gently, quietly. Seated, sit supreme and tall. And we'll close the practice with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And still the peace of Bin sent out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so very much for joining. If you'd like to stay for pranayama, I'm going to do that for the next 10 minutes or so until 8 o'clock. If you have to go, that's okay too. So either way, have a wonderful day. I'm just going to turn off the camera for those who are staying.